Okay, so what I thought I'd do today, I thought I'd give you a bit of an update on where we are with SAVE with CDC, because it's a while since we've sort of gone in depth on it. And assuming the slides are going to work, which was the most, come on, go to the next slide, thank you. So I thought I'd start with where it all began, because where it all began was that we knew that cashback worked for consumers because we'd seen what companies like Utility Warehouse, Indeed, and Quidco and Top Cashback had done. So we knew it worked for consumers, but no one was doing it for business. So why couldn't it work for business transactions too? So we started putting some time and effort into thinking about that, and did an awful lot of thinking, an awful lot of talking with business and with big business, and seeing what wouldn't work. And we started negotiating discounts for members, which we naively, I think, when we started this, thought would take us probably 2 or 3 months, and ended up taking more than 6. But that's just the way of the world. And we're still negotiating discounts with other big companies. But we found now that we've got a few big companies on board, actually getting some others on board is proving easier because we've got people we can point to. So we launched the thing to around about 100 small and medium businesses, business of all descriptions, and some of them saw some really great savings better than we imagined. And the one that I always cite as the best case study I have is the person opening a bar who they saved over £2,000 in cashback, and that paid for their license for the bar. So it actually worked out to be very efficient for them as a way of doing their business. And so we knew the model worked. We proved with this that the model worked. And our initial model was that we had a sign-up fee of £25 and then £5 a month. And the take-up was best described as slow. So we backed out a little bit and decided we needed to do some investigation to find what was putting people off. And what we found was that though it was only 25 quid, people felt nervous about committing that amount of money without seeing what it could do for them. So we did some recalculations. We did some work on how things could be different. And then we came across, what if we made the first month free? That we found that had to be worth a try. We gave people the first 30 days membership of SAVE with CDC, completely free, no obligation. If you don't like it, you can leave at the end of the 30 days with no cost to you at all. And you do get any cash back that you've earned in those 30 days. And good news is that worked. And we've seen a great uptick since we went for free in the first month. So it definitely worked as a model, although it affects our cash flow quite a bit, but we actually find that that's working really, really well. Then from there, we then had a couple of companies that we were talking to who said, well, this works really well. We like what we're getting back for the business, but we could also like this as an employee benefits program. And so we dropped the drawing board out again and thought, how can we convert this to work for employee benefits? Did some work, trialed it with a couple of companies. That's now working really well too. So if you know any company wants an employee benefits program, then please do get them to talk to us, because we can provide a very cost-effective solution. I wasn't sure quite how cost-effective we were until I had the opportunity to discuss what we were doing with a company who already have a number of employee benefits that they provide, and in fact we are very competitively priced. So it works really well. It's just £5 per employee per month for most companies. If you're bigger, it actually goes down to £4 or even £3.60 a month for employees, but that depends how many employees you've got. And then we're talking to a charity who we do some work with, who says, oh, I like that. How about what if people could give to us from their cashback? And so we've now just in the final stages of implementing this, so that each employee in an employee benefits program, or you yourself, if it's you as a member of the company, can opt to give a percentage of your cashback to a charity or charities. And the only condition we have is that the charity must be registered with the Charity Commission, because if they're not, then we can't do it because the taxman gets upset. But as long as they're registered with the Charity Commission, they've got a charity registration number, they can be set up. And you might want to do that. We always say to people, you might want to let employees choose individually, or you might let your employees as a group decide on a charity they want to give to. And that can have a big plus to you as a business, because then you can do a one-off presentation of quite a big check at the end of the year to that charity. So you might give £1,000, even more than £1,000 to that charity. Looks good for you. I don't admit we're not totally altruistic. Looks good for us too. But actually gets some good results from people, and hopefully encourages your employees to use the cashback program more, which of course also helps us. So that's, if we were to draw a line now where we're at today, then that's where we're at. But where are we going? Well, what's the next steps? What we got planned in the future for Save with CDC? Coming in the autumn, and this is something that our developers are working hard on at the moment, is we're going to have individual product listings. So you have to be able to see, because at the moment you can see, like, I don't know, let's pick a supply. You can see WXMS, and WXMS gives you 3% cash back. But what does that actually mean? Whereas when we got the product listings there, you better see, all right, that stationery from WXMS is 3% cash back, and that means we get 30p, we get £3, we get whatever it works out at. When we get this live, and we're hoping it's going to be in the autumn, fingers crossed it'll be in the autumn because we want it ready before Christmas, we will be the only cashback site in the UK that's doing this. None of the others do product level detail on the cashback. Now we're further into development. I think we understand why, because the volumes of data are huge. I mean, if I say on our test server at the moment, we have over 1 million products. And so it's a big undertaking, and obviously that has big implications, but potentially it could be very big for us. And with the launch of the product listings, when we do launch that bit, we're also going to be launching the Save with CDC podcast, which is going to promote offers from our suppliers, on the platform, and also just tell people in general of things that are happening with the platform. And we're thinking actually about fortnightly at the moment is our sort of plan. And then this is where you come in. Because we now have two things where people can be, where you actively, or we will in the autumn, I should say, have two things where you actively can be part of us. This one's here now is that you can get your business listed on our platform. All you have to do is agree with us a cashback, which you're going to pay to our members. There is a join-in fee for a company to get listed. It's £200 plus VAT. But we pay you £200 plus about £240. And then you get your business listed on the platform. And if you've got a product feed, then we can, or you can give us a list of your products, we can get you into the product bit as well. And this is a really exciting bit that we're working on at the moment, which we're going to launch in a few weeks' time, is that members will be able to refer new members to us, and you'll get £1 per month per member for as long as they remain members. So it's a lifetime thing. £1 a month doesn't sound very much, but you refer to us a company who've got 50 employees, and you'll get £50 a month straight into your bank account, or offset or added into your cashback account. Slight rider, we do take the first £5 because we charge £5 a month to be a member. You have to be a member, obviously, to refer members. And the first £5 you get, the first £1 per member, we just dock it off your monthly membership fee. If you see what I mean? So if you get 5 members, you actually don't get £5, but you don't pay to be a member. And with that, I will stop sharing and any questions. And I don't know where we are through the 10 minutes, Craig. So
you're almost there, so that's spot on.
Brilliant.
So, is there any questions for Keith?
Joe.
Are the members locked in for any length of time? So like you have to sign up for 6 or 12 months, or is it just a rolling 1 month contract that if you cancel it, then you get the rest of the month and then that's it?
It's a rolling 3-month contract. So you can leave after 90 days essentially.
Thank you.
It just helps
Time
us
for what?
because what we didn't want was too many people leaping in, taking some cash back and then leaving again, because that doesn't really help us.
Yeah, time for one other question. I think you've covered it. I think it's quite a good deal as well, Keith. So,
So just
Jason,
quickly,
yeah.
just quickly, it does sound really, really interesting. And Keith, we definitely need to have a one-to-one. I think it is well overdue anyway. So you have to obviously have a service or product to offer to be a member, and then you can use other people's services as well. Is that correct?
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to have a product to offer to be a member. You can just be a member. See what I mean?
Oh, right. Okay.
So
Cool.
yeah.
Brilliant. Thanks you.